We are starting the practical exam in Bad Soden am Taunus at the Esso gas station. And we are leaving to the left side to the roundabout. Here's the giveaway sign, and the roundabout is free, so we can enter, and we wanted to take the second exit. So here we leave the roundabout and we are in the city of Bad Soden. On the right side, 30 sign with time additional sign only between 10 in the evening and 6 in the morning. It's a rainy day, but it doesn't matter. She knows how to start the wiper, and that's what she already organized at the Esso gas station before she started rolling. And the front wiper has an automatic setting, so if the sensor gets hit by the rain, it works automatically. We want to turn right, so bitte rechts abbiegen. Please turn right. Yeah, she saw the jumping traffic lights, and it was easily possible to stop the car in front of the stopping line. See the pedestrians walking around with the umbrellas. So for the right turn, we need to prepare that the pedestrians on the right side also have the green light. And we see from the left side is no one, from the right side is no one, and we can cross the section for the pedestrians. Here it's always a little bit narrow, the waiting cars on the left side, the parked cars on the right side, but it fits. We should probably not drive the full speed of 30 here. Is it a little more narrow because the transporter is not perfectly in his lane, but no problem for her. Pedestrian crossing sign. We check both sides. I see no one. We can cross. The right car comes out of the walking speed area and over the curbstone. He has to wait. And here on the right side is a walking speed area as well, and the people who leave the walking speed area need to wait. Nächste Straße, bitte links abbiegen. Please turn left the next street. Oncoming traffic, nobody there. We enter a 30 zone, here's the sign. And then please turn right the next street. So make sure you keep close to the curbstone, that you have nothing to do with the oncoming traffic. It's allowed to overdrive the white line on the right side, and then we have to pass the cars. Rechts oder links? Geradeaus ist verboten. She asked the examiner. And he said, please turn left. Bitte links abbiegen. So oncoming traffic is free, we already can see. And the right side is also free, that's why we can turn. Here we drive up the hill a little bit. We have enough hills in the Taunus area. And now please go straight, which is a light left curve. Right before left, nobody there. Halten Sie bitte neben dem silbernen Auto an und parken rückwärts ein. So she checked around, nobody there. The back wiper started automatically because the front wiper is in use. And if you set the reverse gear, the back wiper starts automatically. Here we are at the curbstone, so that means forward gear needs to be set for sure, because reverse will bring us to the on the curbstone, on the pavement, and that's not legal. That's why she stopped and she moved forward right. Now she's just a little bit away from the curbstone, but she will make the correction a little bit reverse right and a little bit reverse left to come parallel to the stone, and a little bit straight, a little bit of this, a little bit of pepper and salt and everything, and the position is good for the exam. Now we can go on. Parking is done and we are back in the game. We are on the roads, but it's a side road, not much traffic. You see some pedestrians here and there, but it's easy to do. Now we come around the curve, no problem. We have done one of 3 exercises which we need to do. It was the parking. And now we come to the end of the road, and it means please turn the car around. And now we come to the emergency brake. Please drive 30, and if your instructor says stop, you stop the car as hard as you can with the brake. Go under 30 and stop. Well done. So we can keep going on. Mirror indicator blind spot, and we are back in the game. We are driving back the street. Pedestrians still walking here. Now we have done all 3 exercises: parking, turnaround, and the emergency brake. The temperature was a little bit over 0 degrees, so the streets were not full of ice, they were not freezing. Bitte links abbiegen. Please turn left. Here you can say it's oncoming traffic from the right side, or it's right before left, whatever how you call it. The right street has the priority. Passing the black car, and then you see a long free road. Sometimes there are some parked cars. Because of the street coming out from the left, we have to move to the right side here. Because if a right turner comes out of this road, we have a little problem, and the other car as well. That's why it was good to move to the right side. Here it's not necessary to move into the spots on the right side because there are no streets from the left side. Here's a little bit snow on the road. It was from the falling down from the trees. Und am Ende bitte rechts abbiegen. Please turn right. It's a narrow street. We have to see if someone is coming up. Nobody. Then we can enter and we can take the full size of the road. We do not need to save space. And here she asked left or right, but then she saw left side is only forest. So we have to turn right, and the second street is the good one. The first street has a no entry sign. Also the first street on the right side. That's why we were taking the second street. Und die nächste Straße links weiter. Please turn left. It's a one-way street. We have to place the car left side. That's what she's doing here. Parked cars on both sides. And then we want to go right. Please turn right. Bitte rechts abbiegen. Give way sign. Approach slowly. And check the crossing street. Nobody there. And even if some cars from right side are coming, we can drive out because we only stay on our right side. If you have a trailer, if you pull a trailer, for example, it will not fit at the same time because then we need to turn right later, that the trailer is not overdriving the curbstone, and then you need to check the right side also carefully. But with a car or with a motorcycle, with a bicycle, no problem. You can drive out because the cars from the right side are driving on their right side. Now we come to the street where we were turning left from the other side, where the bus is coming right now. That's where we entered the area. That's the way down to Bad Soden. Und dann wollen wir bitte nach links abbiegen. Please turn left. Okay, no problem. Here you can see it's an extra turning lane. Oncoming traffic is there, but waiting for the pedestrians. We enter a walking speed area. The speed must be lower than 10. Yeah, 4 to 7 is the official speed limit. So it must be something around 7 or 9. If the automatic car pushes you up to 11, 12, 13, you have to brake a little bit and control it down. And the second thing we have to take care on is this is like a big pedestrian crossing area. We have to wait for all pedestrians if they want to cross. And here from left to right and from right to left is the most important pedestrian situation, because on the right side is the main train station Bad Soden, and it depends on the time, but many pedestrians walk from left to right or from right to left. She could have accelerated a little bit earlier, directly after she had passed the end of walking speed sign, because then officially it's 50 and 10 meters later it's 30, so she didn't need to wait for the 30 sign to accelerate. Und dann nach links abbiegen. Please turn left. The lights are for the pedestrians only. If the pedestrians press the button, then the light jumps and we come to a stop sign with a fat stop line. So checking both sides and going on. Oh, we have to pass the truck but it's very narrow. I would have waited behind the truck. It's okay, it fit, but of course you have the chance to stay behind if you say that the rest of the space is not enough. I mean, you wait 10 or 15 seconds and then you can go on easily without any truck. And here she does, you see? She's waiting and then passing after the oncoming traffic is away. Fahren Sie bitte in den Kreisel und nehmen die erste Ausfahrt. Please enter the roundabout and take exit number 1. Roundabout is free. Driving in, indicating driving out. Here's a 30 sign. And another traffic light only for the pedestrians. And on the right side you see the 50 sign. From here we can accelerate to 50 maximum speed. An der Ampel bitte rechts abbiegen. Please turn right at the lights. This is just a side street, so we can expect that it's not a very long time green. Let's see if we can make it at green light. No. Then we wait again. No problem for us because the time of the exam is counting and we don't have to do anything except of preparing how it's going on. We don't have an arrow in the traffic lights. That means that probably the oncoming traffic has green light at the same time. But if they turn left, they have to let us go. And parallel to our driving direction right now, the pedestrians can have green light. And as you can see, at the right turn, there are no pedestrian traffic lights. So we just have to check the right mirror and do a blind spot check, and then we can already turn green. Now we are outside the city. The general rule is 100, but they don't want it. They put a 60 sign here on the right side, and that's why we can fill up the full 60. It's wet on the ground. We have a little longer way of braking, but there's no one in front of us. That's why we can fill up completely. Direction board. Bitte fahren Sie weiter Richtung Autobahn. Please go on driving towards the highway. So highway symbols are always the blue signs, and the blue sign with the highway symbol is showing to the left. There are 2 lanes going to the left side. I would also choose the right of the 2 lanes, because after the turn we have to drive in the right of 2 lanes by law, like on the highway. But it's not just a highway rule, it's an outside the city rule. She started the turn in the right lane and she finishes the turn in the right lane. That's a very important rule, otherwise you crash probably into the cars which are turning from the left of the 2 lanes. It's not illegal to start the left turn in the left lane, but then you also have to keep your lane and you have to finish in the left lane. And after that, you have to change back to the right side. That's why it's better if you already start in the right lane, then you don't need to change back. Easy to stop. Waiting time is exam time and preparation time. Green. And it's still 60 here. Highway is still the straight direction, 2 lanes going straight. Now we get, belonging to the direction board, 4 lanes. One is going right, one is going left, and 2 lanes going straight. Now we come closer to the highway, and we come closer to Hofheim direction. That's where we need to finish the exam. She already knows that the right lane ends. That's why she is changing early. That's absolutely okay. And from here you can see the sign that the right lane ends and that the right people have to merge to the left lane. So here's a construction. The speed limit is 30. Yeah, there's the 30 sign. Nobody drives 30 here. That's why we don't see any cars in front of us. They are all behind us. But they also put the speed checking machine into the construction, and then they get almost everybody. So construction is over and we can keep going faster. And then bitte Richtung Autobahn Wiesbaden. Please drive to Autobahn Wiesbaden, Highway Wiesbaden. Here's the 50 sign on the right side. Main Taunus shopping center on the right. And from now it's not allowed to change the lane anymore, but there were enough signs, direction boards that said which lane is going to what direction. Okay, here you can see the last right curve. We start indicator left here and checking over the shoulder what's up on the highway. Here we accelerate and we check in the mirror when and where it's free to change, to merge the lane, and everything is free on the right lane and we are on the highway. Many cars and bad visibility and water on the road. That's why we have a good speed. It's around 100. The others probably drive 110. Here generally is no limit. When after we have entered the highway was end of 100 sign, but we did not see any 100 speed limit sign. It was placed earlier. It was before the entrance of the highway. So we officially don't see this. We can go directly to higher speed. We don't have the limit. That's why we just saw the end of 100 sign. So if someone wonders why is there end of 100 if there's no 100 sign, that's the reason. She was checking the mirror all the time if she can start overtaking, and to have it a little bit easier, the examiner said to her, stay here, you don't need to overtake or try to overtake someone because we take the next exit anyway. And that was more relaxing for her because then she didn't need to check the mirror left side all the time. Here's the 1000 meter sign. At 500. At 300 meter sign we start with the indicator right. That's the sign here on the right side, indicator on. Keep the speed around 100, 110. Then change, and here's the reducing lane. Here you can start braking. 50 to 60 is a good speed for the exits. If it's wet on the road, I would recommend driving 50 instead of 60. Bitte rechts abbiegen. Please turn right to Hofheim, Nord und Kelkheim. We are still in the right turning lane. From the left side, the traffic light is green. Our light is off. And we have an acceleration lane. Accelerating, indicating, integrating. Yeah. So don't misunderstand. The straight traffic light was red, but the cars from the left side had green light. That's the car which is driving in front of us. He was coming from the left street, so that means they have the green light. And then we needed to integrate into the lane, but that was the only car. That's why it was not so difficult. It was easy. So we can see some houses. We come closer to Hofheim. Bitte rechts abbiegen. Please turn right. Integrating with the 70 and braking down for the turn. 15 to 20 is a good turning speed. Here's the green traffic light with an arrow. And then we enter the city of Hofheim. On the right side is the entrance sign here. In some videos, people were asking, where is the end of city sign? Why is it 100 or 80 or 60 after we have turned? And if you come the opposite side, when we start the exam in Hofheim and going to the highway, then it's hard to see, but it's only from this direction on the right side, and if you go out of the city on the left side. Rechts abbiegen. Priority street turning to the left, so we are on the right side of the priority street, and that's why we can just enter without checking anything. Okay, mirror and blind spot like always, but nothing else is needed. 2 more turns and we are done with the exam. The white building on the left with the blue signs on the top that says TÜV Hessen is already the building where we need to come to. And links, this car is waiting for us directly in front of the entrance. No problem, he is away. 2 more cars in the oncoming traffic. Then check the pedestrian way and check that no one wants to drive out of the private property, because only one car can fit through this gate area. And we are on the TÜV Service Center property in Hofheim, so just go straight to the parking space. And of course, this was another passed driving exam. Congratulations!